There comes a day, grander than any coronation, more momentous than the crowning of any sovereign, when the soul must rise and claim its birthright. This day does not arrive with the fanfare of trumpets nor the thunder of marching regiments. Rather, it emerges in quiet resolve, like dawn's first light slipping through velvet curtains of doubt. Upon this day, you, royal in your own right, noble in your spirit, cease to explain yourself to those who cannot see your vision. You lay down the heavy scepter of apology, and you abandon the gilded cage of seeking permission to simply be who you are. For too long, you may have wandered the marble halls of expectation, treading softly so as not to disturb the portraits hung by others, portraits painted with their hopes, fears, and judgments. You have moved through these corridors with a measured step, careful not to upset the order, careful not to draw the ire of those who believe they know how your story should unfold. Perhaps you have worn the garments chosen for you, recited the lines written by distant hands, and dined at the table of duty, all the while hungering for a feast of your own making. But today, the great doors swing open, not by the will of another, but by your own steady hand. A hush falls over the court as you enter the grand hall of your life, head held high, bearing the regal composure of one who has at last understood their worth. The courtiers of doubt and fear linger in the shadows, their whispers fading with every sure step you take. The air is crisp with possibility, and the throne, your throne, awaits. This is the day you choose yourself. On this day, you discover that the crown was never meant to be bestowed by others. It was forged in the quiet fires of your own heart, adorned with the jewels of your truth, your pain, your resilience. You realize that no council convened outside yourself can decree your worth or dictate your destiny. The royal decree comes from within, written in the bold script of self-acceptance, and signed with the seal of self-love. You stop explaining because you understand that your journey needs no justification. The tapestry of your life is woven with threads only you can see. The silken strands of your dreams, the golden threads of your hopes, the deep indigos of your struggles. Each pattern is unique, and each stitch is sacred. You do not owe the world a map of your soul, nor must you chart your course for eyes that do not wish to see. You stop apologizing because you realize that your existence is not a transgression. You are not an intrusion upon the world, but an essential part of its grandeur. The echo of your laughter, the blaze of your passions, the quiet strength of your convictions, all are necessary notes in the royal anthem of life. You need not diminish your light to comfort those who have yet to find their own. You stop asking for permission because you know, in the marrow of your bones, that you are the sovereign of your own story. There is no authority higher than your own heart's wisdom, no law greater than the truth that stirs within you. You need not bow to the edicts of others when you carry the scepter of self-respect. From this day forward, you inhabit your own castle, grand and unassailable. The walls are built of self-trust, the windows open wide to the fresh air of possibility. You decorate your chambers with the colors of your choosing, and you invite only those who honor your sovereignty to share your table. The gardens bloom with dreams that once seemed too wild, too foreign, too grand for the world outside. On the day you choose yourself, you become both monarch and citizen of your own realm. You preside with compassion, ruling not through fear but through love. You grant yourself amnesty for past mistakes, pardoning the errors of yesterday with the understanding that each misstep was but another stone in the path to your throne. In the imperial courts of your mind, you silence the critics and elevate the voices that speak in kindness and encouragement. You commission new works, acts of courage, displays of creativity, moments of vulnerability. You invest in the riches of self-care, spending your time and energy on pursuits that enrich your spirit. You write new laws. Let there be joy, let there be rest, let there be freedom. The kingdom within you flourishes. The rivers run clear, freed from the pollution of shame. The fields yield abundance, nurtured by the rains of self-acceptance. The towers rise high, built upon the bedrock of authenticity. Your banner flies proudly, emblazoned with the symbol of your choosing, a phoenix, an oak, a radiant sun, whatever best proclaims your truth. The world outside may not understand your transformation. Some may question your newfound confidence. Others may lament the change. Yet, as an emperor does not cede power at the behest of the discontented, you do not relinquish your sovereignty to appease those who fear your freedom. You do not shrink for the comfort of those who prefer your silence. Instead, you stand at the balcony of your life, surveying your kingdom with a gaze that is clear, proud, and unafraid. Your reign is not without challenge. There will be storms. Moments when the winds of doubt batter your walls, when the shadows of old fears slip through the gates. But you face them as a ruler faces all adversity, with courage, with wisdom, and with the knowledge that you have weathered worse and emerged stronger. Remember, the day you choose yourself is not the end of the journey, but the beginning. It is the day you come home to yourself, finding sanctuary in your own presence. It is the day your life truly begins, not as an echo, not as an obedient subject, but as the noble author of your fate. So let the bells ring out in celebration. Let the trumpets sound your arrival. The empire of self is vast, and its riches await. Walk the polished corridors of your being with pride. Know that you are worthy of every joy, every triumph, every moment of peace. For on this day you have claimed the greatest victory of all, the right to rule your own heart. Rise, sovereign soul. The crown is yours. The throne is yours. The day you choose yourself is the day you truly begin to live.